why we have these election boards. That's why we have a federal election commission. Figure this out, guys. Let's get this right. We live in a new age of technology. We live in a new age of security and cyber abilities. Fix this. Let them vote the day of. And you know, a lot of people talk about having elections being making it easier to vote. I don't mind making it easier to vote. I think we should still be secure. I think we should still show our IDs at the polls and places that don't. I think they should be showing an ID. I don't think there's a problem with that. But we can make it work to where military and other senior citizens and those who are homebound make it as easy as possible and as secure as possible to vote. It's just, you know, it's not as complicated as we make it out to be.
Oh, no. And I'm sorry. I believe that some of that is by design.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know, there's always an ulterior motive behind some of this.
Anytime you take control away from a central person, it's always going to be a fight. And that's what that is. That's about having the power go away from centralized voting into something where people can vote freely and openly yet securely.
Sure.
And that anytime you take power away from one central individual, it's always going to be a fight. But it has to be done a lot of times. And on that recanvass, you know, it needs to be done because honestly, there's still a question over who actually won Kentucky. That recanvass, I don't think will really change the number. And then I think the next step will be, do you go ahead and have a recount? It's 27 delegates for Hillary Clinton, 28 delegates for Bernie Sanders. There's 5 delegates that are still in the mix that can't be awarded at this time. It's just too close. With the convention moving forward so quickly, we have got to bring this process. Now, the recanvassing process is quick. Because it's simply taking the tapes that come from the machines at the end of the night on election night and putting them back through and actually verifying that those numbers tally with the numbers that's in the current vote report. A recount would be pulling every ballot and recounting them. That will happen if the recanvass stays the same. And I think if the margin stays the same, I could see Bernie Sanders requesting a recount. Now, of course, a recount is done at the expense of the candidate.
Oh, I was going to ask you, so, you know, who makes that decision? And I guess the pocketbook.
Well, but he does have the money.
I'm sure.
He does have the money from raised voting donations, small donations.
67.
Yeah.
I know it was just
$67 is the average donation.
Average donation.
And he has no super PACs and no large donors from corporations and others. So, you know, he is very stringent with that money, but I think it's very good to have that recount done. I think that a recount should happen for that race. Another thing, and I'm going to go off to, I'm sure we'll talk about it. I just saw it pop up on my news feed here, was that 37 minutes ago, a judge ruled that the city of Louisville can legally move the Confederate monument off of U of L's campus. And this is something that really just bothers me, and I have to say that. Number one, this is very different than a lot of the discussions that happened all over the South, although I still am very angry about some of those decisions as well. The Confederate flag is not on this monument. This monument is a war monument.
Right.
Purchased by the Daughters of the American Confederacy to honor American soldiers who were killed in battle. Now listen, we can go back and replay the reasons why we had a civil war. We can go back and point fingers at one or the other. But these men died. And it should not be as controversial as people are making it out to be.
Right. There's no division now. You know, the war, yes. You know, but we are beyond that. And here's the thing. These kinds of people keep this stuff alive. They keep it alive and they keep it blazing because it incites people whose ancestors died.
Yes.
And on either side, you know, but it incites people. And they keep this controversy alive by doing such idiotic things. I did not say stupid.
No.
But it is idiotic.
Well, and the thing that gets me is we're still having this, but what we're not remembering, and like you said, Yes, it was a divisive time. Guess what, guys? We're in a divisive time now
right
for different
now,
reasons.
For different reasons.
But we're in a divisive time. And what we should do is instead look back at our past and learn from the division that we had and move forward without having to have the same struggles. History repeats itself, and we continue to not learn.
We do. We are slow learners.
We continue to not learn from history. And honestly, the discussion that this monument, this memorial, is whether the Confederate soldier is an American soldier. And guys, it is an American soldier.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it is an American soldier. And they fought, while the Confederate flag may have represented something else now than it does then, because it does. A lot of people who have used that Confederate flag use it for reasons that it was not for the battle at that time. But that still should not erase history from it. No. Because we should be different than other nations who eradicate history, and now you see it repeat itself. Honestly, as a German American, someone from Germany, my family came there from Germany. I think part of the reason why you have the rise of the cell of Mein Kampf again and different things is because they have eradicated all signs of the Third Reich. Now, thank God they have not eradicated the signs of the Holocaust. That I praise them, and they should continue to. But they have eradicated all the signs of the Third Reich, and that should not have happened because history is where you learn.
That's right. It happened, and you can't make it anything else. It's the life lessons that we take from it. Yes. And when we try to make it go away, then we take away the life lessons. Yes, absolutely. But, it's that's disturbing. I know. I wanted to brush on the controversial ads that seem to be popping up now between Trump and Clinton. It's really getting very heated. And
it's only May.
It's only May. Soon to be June.
That.
Soon to be June. But we're still a good ways away, and it is really, really cranking up. We're going to see more and more negative ads.
It's only going to get worse. And we'll talk about it a little bit.
We don't have much time.
But we'll chat about it.
Yes, we will. 571-2428. If you had a quick question, we could address that or comment. We'll be back with more of Just Ask Joyce. Garrett Siva King, our political strategist extraordinaire, is with me today. Don't go away.
WFIA, The Spirit.
Congratulations, Louisville. This is Steve Arterburn, and for 50 years you've been blessed with a radio station in your community that has helped spread the good news of the gospel and help bring new followers to Jesus Christ. It's an outstanding achievement, and we're proud to be a part of WFIA's past, present, and future. From all of us at New Life Ministries, happy anniversary. And join me weekdays at 1 o'clock for New Life Live right here on WFIA, The Spirit.
A Napa guy knows not to judge a man by his car's multicolored paint job or absence of modern gadgetry. Who cares if it's technically old enough to vote and the windows are powered by the strength of your left arm? Your monthly payment is zero, and it'll stay that way. Because with over 400,000 parts and a little Napa know-how, you can keep anything on the road. She may not be pretty, but she's all yours. That's Napa know-how.
Daughters need strong fathers. It's a simple truth. But over the past 20 years, our culture has degraded fathers. This is Dr. Meg Meeker. My new book, Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters Devotional, shows fathers how to really connect with their daughters and help them grow up to be smarter, stronger, and more successful.
Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters Devotional. 52 devotions every father needs by Dr. Meg Meeker is available now on Amazon and at bookstores everywhere.
There is a radio station on the air right now where you can take your family and not be embarrassed. Where you can find hope when things seem the darkest. Where you can understand life's challenges and what to do about them. This is that radio station. We are WFIA, The Spirit. And now we're available live online and on your mobile app at ChristianRadio.com. And the good news is we're in good company. Only stations like ours are invited in. Join us now online and on your mobile app at ChristianRadio.com. You're listening to Just Ask Joyce on WFIA, The Spirit.
Thank you so much for joining me today. Joyce Oglesby here, your Family Life Fix-It Pro, Garrett Sivaking, political strategist, who has been now with us for quite some time. And we are going to talk about these ads a little bit. But I do want to share with you that next week, Joyce here is going to be on vacation a little bit. I will be doing some live shows from vacation. Yes, it's not really on vacation, is it? But we're kind of not anyway, because we're going to be moving Webby's parents to assisted living. And so is that really vacation? But anyway, but Garrett has agreed to fill in for me on Wednesday for election selection. So you're going to get 2 hours of just Garrett. Mm-hmm. So guys, don't let me down. You call and harass him. You call and you give him some good questions and make him really, step up. And
send me emails, electionselection@icloud.com. Let me know what you want me to talk about. I'll be happy to get a little, I do a lot of prep for these segments. So push me in the direction that you want me to go, and I'll be happy to talk about any subject that you have on politics.
I just want you to know I don't really trust my chair to just anyone.
Well, I appreciate that.
But
I appreciate that.
I do have faith in you, Garrett.
Well, thank you.
I know that you're not going to say anything that I would not have, appreciated.